and we didn't have, I mean, we had pages done, certainly, and we had enough for a pitch, and we were like, had printed up a mini kind of pitch book, you know, that we'd taken up to like Chicago Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And
which is funny because when we first started, like not too long after we graduated from SCAD, we were talking about like, hey, we need to pitch this and have enough for a pitch. It's one of those things where, so I got the first idea for this story when I was in 9th grade, so I've been working on it since then. Went to SCAD so I could continue to develop it. And then Robert and I met, and it was like, oh, you know, like perfect, supposed to happen. And I was like, hey, my art isn't good compared to everybody here, so you're amazing. How would you like to be the guy? And he said, yeah. And so it was interesting when we. It's one of those things where I think it was a story that we were so passionate about that we're like, heck yeah, we'll totally, like, you know, like how hard could it be to knock out the next 2 issues in the next, you know, year if we just have, you know, we just get the funding from Kickstarter to finish off the rest of it. And it's just one of those things, and I've seen this happen with other companies and other people where you're so passionate about this idea that you like, in hindsight, you're like, I wish I would have waited for a few more years when I was a little more ready. You know, and so because people get tired of waiting for your idea to happen, and the reality of it is it takes a long time to get stuff done. You know, as we can tell from our campaign, and it just is, and life gets in the way, and financial obligations, and a full-time job, which we both had.
So looking at it, it's like $12,000 at the time, especially, is fantastic. Like you did a great job. The reality is that, so hold on, how many pages was this a commitment to do?
Well, the book became 144 pages.
Yeah. So it's like a full mini series.
So it's not just it's 4 issues, but the first issue is 36 pages. Yeah. Issues 2 and 3 are each 26 pages, and issue 4 is 28 pages.
Yeah.
So
we know because we worked on each of those pages painstakingly, and we know those.
Now, the other interesting thing is, and we'll probably get more into this in just a little bit, though, is obviously we weren't delivering right away, and so we in general,
just one of your backers too.
I know it's crazy because in some aspects it doesn't feel like that long ago, and then in other ways it really does. You know, we're like, oh my gosh, it's been so long. But it's one of those things where there are some huge benefits that it's taken us this long to get it done.
Yeah.
And so, you know, obviously all apologies to everybody who's backed us and who has gotten tired of waiting this long, obviously. And so that was been our, obviously we want it to happen, but the whole time we felt the burden, like, that we need to fulfill for them, you know, more than anybody
people
else.
People put their trust in us, and it's important to us to, and you know, we try to be honorable people anyway, and so it was important to us to tell these people, hey, we really appreciate it. We know it's a pain, but we want to do what we said we were going to do and give you something.